Bang! What up, y'all?
Hi, guys.
We back.
Welcome back to the ET HomeGrown podcast.
Boom.
We're back with Rachel. She's our guest today. She's going to be telling you guys some stories.
I got plenty of them.
Plenty stories.
Rachel's from Kentucky. Well, originally from Washington.
Yep, grew up out here for 6-7 years. Grew up out there for 13.
So since you're from Kentucky, let's just get it out the way. How many cousins are your brothers?
None. I can promise you that much.
No, you ain't got no cousin brothers?
No cousin brothers.
Isn't it like a normal thing, though, in Kentucky to get the kin? Marry your kin?
I know a few people. But
How do their kids look like? The dude from
so
fucking
actually-
Goonies? Hey, guys!
No, there's actually a law. So when my mom and dad went to get married, they were filling out all their, paperwork at the courthouse and stuff.
Yeah.
The lady actually goes, "Are you guys third cousins or shorter?" And my mom was like, "What?" And my dad's standing there like,
is
filling out
normal.
his paperwork.
He said probably not sure though.
And so they leave, and my mom was like, "Why did she ask that?" The law there is as long as you're 3 cousins or longer, you can get married. You can get married, have kids. It's not incest.
Why?
What is the third cousin again? I forgot.
So it's like,
Seth,
yeah, like with Megan and Seth and them. Yeah, that's
Okay.
like your third cousin.
So like my
technically.
dad's cousin's kid.
Yeah, that's like your
Okay.
third cousin. It's like
No, that's
once
your
you.
second, for sure. Third cousin would be like...
I think she's our second cousin.
No, she's our
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seth would be your
Dad's
Yeah.
third.
So, yeah, Seth. So you could marry Seth.
Technically in Kentucky, yeah.
Wow.
But your parents met in Kentucky?
Yeah, so we actually went out there because mom was getting better off of, her problems. And we were staying with my great-grandma, and my great-grandma and my aunt were like, "Oh, let's go have like a girls' night." And they left me and my brother with my grandma. And they leave, and they dropped her off at my stepdad's birthday party and said, "Have fun," and left her there with people she didn't know for 5 hours.
Wait,
Your
who?
mom? They
Yeah.
left your mom there for...
They left my mom
At a-
at my stepdad's birthday party. She didn't know anyone. I mean, like, we literally went out there for this one reason. She had no plans to meet anyone. Like, we were going to come back. And they dropped her off at his birthday party, said, "Have fun," and left her there.
Oh, they wanted it to happen. They were trying to set it up.
They really wanted my mom and my stepdad to get, like, together and stuff. And my
Aw,
stepdad...
look at that.
Fuck.
Yeah, and
Imagine that, just
my
pulling up.
stepdad offered my mom a beer, and my mom's like, "I don't drink beer, like that's gross. I drink
Yeah.
Pepsi." The next time they saw each other, he had Pepsi for her. He remembered
For
that
real?
that was her drink, and like made sure and went and bought like a 12-pack of Pepsi for her, just in case she happened to come by again.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's good. Titan out of That's good. That was a good one. He remembered the Pepsi. And then, so how did you get here? If they met in Kentucky,
So, what do you mean?
Well,
how did you get here? Like, to Washington?
her mom and her dad's from Kentucky? Her stepdad's.
No, so my
I mean,
mom
her
and
mom
my
and
real
her dad
dad,
are
like
from
they're from here, and that's me and Dustin were born here. And then my mom had to get away from my real dad and away from all the, the issues, yeah. And she met my stepdad out there, but I call him dad. I mean, he's been
Yeah.
my dad for 13, 14 years. That's the guy who raised me and my brother. Like, my brother didn't even realize my dad wasn't his real dad until he was like 8 years old.
For real?
For real. Like, Dustin met my dad, Gerv, at 1 year old. He had his second birthday party out there, had no idea that my dad wasn't his real dad until he was like 8 years old, and was like, "Why don't I have the same last name as you?" And my mom and dad were like,
Wait, what's Dustin's last name?
The same as mine, Tyndall.
Tyndall.
But my mom and dad's last name is Bice. So they were
Oh.
like, "Why didn't you give me your last name?" And they were like, "Oh, by the way."
So is that like your mom's maiden name?
No, mom's maiden name is Blakey.
Oh,
I
so
got-
you guys got your dad's
Yeah,
last
we got
name?
our dad's last name.
Okay.
Unlike you lucky fuck, you got your mom's maiden name.
Hey, my mom fucking raised me.
That's true.
Yeah, I got the sperm donor's last name. But look, my last names are like peanut butter and jelly. They go together. I don't know. It's like my mom is Shelly and my dad is Shaw. So the sh
Yeah.
Shaw Shelly. It just rolls off the tongue. But it's cool because I'm the start of my own generation. Because
Yeah.
I'm not, a Shelly or a Shaw. I'm a Shaw Shelly. So I started this hoe. I am the first Shaw Shelly. Hell yeah.
I didn't even.
It is pretty pimp. I got my own legacy.
I didn't even know that you guys were. I didn't know you had a brother until I came back here 3 years ago, and you were like, "Yeah." I didn't realize that you had a brother besides who your mom, all the kids your mom had. So I was like, when you were like, "Yeah, this is my brother," I thought you meant like friend brother, like someone. That, and then you were like, "No, this is like my blood brother." And I was like, "What? When did this happen?"
Yeah.
Like
4 days after. I
yeah.
Weekend,
A lot of people didn't know I had a brother.
I would
Well,
like I had a brother. Like, shit.
People be like, "Whoa, you have a brother?" Said twin one actually. Kind of freak them out a little bit.
Yeah, because
that was always the flex. They'd be like, "Oh, I don't have a brother," and then someone would be like, "You have a brother?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, twin one." I forget. We're built the same and everything.
Yeah, well, like that was so crazy because then I started really looking at you guys. I was like, "Yeah, oh, I see it. Never mind, I see it."
It's dope having a brother,
Mine's 6 years younger than me. So.
I know. I used to steal his Hot Wheels.
You used to steal the fuck out of his Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
I would remember you just playing with them and kind of side-eyeing and then being like...
Yeah, I got a nice fucking Spider-Man, Bugatti.
I remember that one, okay?
Okay.
And I remember...
Actually, I think it was an Audi R8.
Whatever it was, you stole it.
Yeah.
This man's a thief, bro. He stole my book, gave it back to me for my own birthday.
Actually, he let me borrow it. I just never gave it back to him. And then for his birthday, I was like, you know what?
It's time.
I think he'd enjoy this.
It was a Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. Like, how the fuck are you going to
yeah.
enjoy that for the 17th time? Like, fuck.
Hey, whoa. I also gave him a drum, all right? He liked it a lot more than his mom did. That's all I can say. That's why I had to get rid of it. My mom was like, "You want to give him the drum?" I was like, "I don't really want it. You're going to give him the drum, Tony."
I can see Stacy saying that.
Facts. And then my mom told me, "You're taking that to your dad's house." And then it went to my dad's house for, about that 2 years he was out of jail. Pounding on shit.
Probably went to the pawn shop eventually.
What are you going to get for a fucking drum? Just a single drum
$5.
that should have been on a kit that just isn't?
Oh.
Quick fix.
Your quick fix?
Quick fix,
Bro, pawn shops got me shook. You can go in there and buy anything. And just, dudes walked in there. We were in there for a total of 20 minutes and walked out with a shotgun. Like, what?
Yeah,
That's insane.
Some pawn shops
we
are
were in there
really
for 10 minutes.
sketch. They're really sketch.
No, I mean, they did everything to the book. They're like, "Yeah, we got to do a background check. You got your ID." The only thing... Actually, I'm not even going to expose them. But...
No snitching.
Yeah. Actually...
Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah. But it was legit, all right? It was legit. The gun's legally mine. I could shoot somebody in the face in my own home and say they were trying to hurt me. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It depends on the law. Isn't Kentucky's pretty cool with guns? That's
yeah,
fun.
so
fucking South.
Yeah, so they actually just installed a new law for open carry without having to get permits.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you don't have to have a
Well,
permit.
yeah, you don't need a permit for open carry out here.
Or
I
no,
could walk down the
concealed
street
carry.
with
I'm
that
sorry,
shotgun in
they
my
just made it to where you don't have to get permits for concealed carry.
Concealed. Wow.
Yeah. So my mom, she's got a 9, so she could just...
She just keeps that bitch in her purse.
Yeah.
Your mom's not really the purse type, I feel like. She keeps that motherfucker tucked. She got the vest with the double strap.
Come at me, bitches. That's her right there.
Yeah.
You ever seen White Chicks?
Yes.
When with his girlfriend's knocking on the door and he's in the fucking robe or whatever, and she's like, "Do you have a bra on?" And he goes, "No, baby, these are the new holsters. You just fucking put the guns in like this."
Yeah, that would be my mom.
White Chicks. You remember when she's like, "Is that lipstick on your lips?" He goes, "No, baby, that's the riboflavin of the Kool-Aid. The riboflavin on the Kool-Aid." I don't even know what the fuck riboflavin is. I feel like it was a made-up word. The Wayans brothers are funny as fuck. Though.
Actually, so I kind of want to sorry, mom. So I called her the other day, right? And she's like, "So I found my gun," and I'm like,
"You misplaced it?"
I'm like, "What do you mean you found it?" And she was like, "Well, it was misplaced for a few days." And I'm like,
that happens.
I was like, "Where'd you find it, mom?" Sorry, mom. Again, I'm sorry. I know you're gonna watch this. And she goes, "It was on the floor next to the door." What, you expect someone to come in, you slide and grab it? And she's
just slide all the way from the back room.
Right?
All blart that shit.
Yeah. And I was just like, "Mom, what if someone had she's like, "Well, the safety was on."
Nice.
She
Good
keep
save.
it loaded, huh?
Good
yeah,
save.
mom's a loader.
Good save,
She's
Mom.
a loader.
Yeah.
She's keeping it loaded for them rattlesnakes or rats or...
There's one up top.
All the time.
My dad will straight up hook that shit to a pair of basketball shorts and just fucking go to the store looking like that. gun on basketball shorts. Could you just...
You know, if I ever heard PIMP louder than when you just talked, that's the way you got to do it. You got to have your fucking strap on the Nikes. On the basketball shorts?
Otherwise,
you know he was holding them bitches up the whole time, though. Because them guns be weighing down your pants. Bro, you need a tight-ass belt.
When I got phones and a key in my pockets, it's hut because I don't want to do shit. Yeah. I don't want to move because you got to tighten the strings.
Could you imagine having a gun on your side?
You're always holding your pants.
Like,
yeah. I always hold my pants because I got a long-ass back. Keeping the fucking pants up.
You got fucking plank from fucking Ed, Ed, and Eddie, dog. Just think. Yeah. No, growing up, Tony always had a fucking butt crack hanging out. Like, always. But, like, my dad, I would say, Tony got his butt crack hanging out again, and my dad would say, hey, don't say butt crack. I'm like, what the fuck I'm supposed to say? Look, he's got this three-eyed Willie hanging out. Like, what?
Personally, Tony, I love you, but you were a little Buddha as a baby. Like, I remember.
What is a Buddha?
That's like, a fat thing.
Oh, like Buddha, like the god.
I've been a fat kid. That's my
thing.
Like
the god Buddha.
You know
like you were a chunky little boy.
Hell yeah.
Like.
I mean, there was a point in my life when I was like 7. I was pretty fit. Yeah.
No, bro. For me, it was before kindergarten because them chicken sandwiches went hard. Like, fuck. Them chicken sammies, bro, at lunch. You know what I'm talking? Yeah. The chicken sammies, you get 2 milks because you're fat and you steal one.
Oh, damn, you don't want yours?
What? I'm taking no problem.
You don't want the pizza? That sucks.
Bro, waste it. And then you always had fucking, like, a mountain of ketchup or ranch with it, and it was just beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, speaking of ranch, school pizzas with ranch. That shit was bomb.
Never did it.
I knew this kid named, his name was Feek, okay? That was his name, Feek. This kid would have a side of pizza with his ranch, dog. You know school trays?
Yeah.
How they got the 3 sections? The dude would put the big section, ranch. And then his pizza would be in the little section.
I was talking about, like, slightly drizzling.
No, yeah, I'm telling you what this nasty motherfucker used to do. That's gross.
Y'all know those motherfuckers that wouldn't even get lunch, but they'd go grab, like, one of them little, like, paper plate things and just fill it up with jalapenos?
No.
Yeah, people did that.
What? You forget I didn't...
Shout out North Middle School. Motherfuckers did that.
I grew up in the South. We didn't know. Everyone got the same meal.
Yeah, you guys were skinning rabbits at 4. Like, fucking bringing back dinner with your teeth.
Well, actually... I never got a rabbit, but I got a deer.
You know, can we just say, thank God you're not from, like, Louisiana, right?
Like,
all them Cajuns.
Like, I get it. I have a slight accent.
Shout out Louisiana, though.
Like, I'll admit, I have a slight accent. And I know
you got a little bit of an accent,
A little bit.
But
if I grew up in, like, Louisiana or whatever like that,
it'd be thick.
You guys wouldn't understand me. You wouldn't understand me.
Thick
like,
ass
I have
accent.
people at work that already go, "Oh, you're not from here, are you?" And I'm like, "I'm not from here." Like,
you know the dude from fucking Waterboy who's like,
that would be
He said, "You like to see hormones naked?"
Bro, that's what you call a tribbing story.
Yeah.
Oh, yikers. Hey, remember one time at band camp?
Oh, my brother is in band.
Dude, I saw this video the other day, and it's like you can always tell a band kid out of the crowd. And it was this motherfucker walking on the bus. It looked like Tony. He get up, he go, he walking on. He got his little fucking strap bag right here, his band thing, and he goes, ah! Just fucking so loud, dude.
All right, but if that's not Dustin, shout out Dustin.
Yeah, Dustin,
I don't know what
do
is.
that.
Actually,
is he marching band? Because those ones are weird
too.
too.
Yeah, he's in marching band. He actually plays.
Those are cool though.
He plays the saxophone. He plays 3 out of 4.
I'm talking like they're
3 out of 4.
Band kids are awesome.
He's
it's the percussions you got to watch out for.
I love him, but he's a little strange. He actually. So when I left to come here to move here, my brother was like 5'5". He was pretty chunky still.
When you left to move here?
Yeah, when I came back here 3 years ago.
All right.
So when I went home in July, because I went home for 2 weeks in July, this kid's 6'1", and he has slimmed out. He actually just sent me a picture in his band uniform, like yesterday or the day before.
And he looks like a geek?
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But he's like slimmed out a whole lot. His hair was looking like yours, Tony, but he just got it cut today. So
I seen pictures. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he's got a lot of hair.
My hair's gonna look like that. So.
Yo, can we just shout out your mom, the chickie farmer, right now?
Mom, the chicken
she just
farmer.
we were on FaceTime with her like an hour ago, and she's showing me like 7 incubation shits and
Yeah,
4 different types of chickens and 55
She
chickens
got a
in
lot of
total.
chickens. Shout out, Mom, for all of her chickens, you chicken queen.
Gerv, let her have a fucking ranch. Let her do it. Give her cows. Do
She
it.
really, really wants a horse. Like, that's her. Like, that's been the thing that she's wanted for a long time is a horse.
You know what I've heard? That's sad about horses, that to break them, like not break them in, but they say you have to break a horse's spirit to like fucking. That's so sad. You gotta break. He can't be a wild stallion no more. He's got to be tamed. It's kind of like when you find a wife, you know, and like, cause I was a wild stallion, and then my wife came in and she started like suckering me in with like blowjobs and like stuff like that, and now I'm just.
Her mom's gonna
a donkey.
Thank you.
I'm
My
like
mom's gonna love watching
I'm like
this.
a little donkey now. Moral of the story: don't break a horse. Keep him wild.
Do you remember how mad Misty's mom got when you talked about finger blasting her on the fucking podcast?
My mom
said, "But them BJs, they keep me around though."
No. I
Sorry,
love her.
Mom.
I love her. I love Misty. She's great.
Ethan says sorry too, even though he hasn't said it.
You know, I can never apologize for something I said.
No.
Never.
Because he said it. You can't take it back once it comes out, you know?
Exactly.
It's like a burp.
It's like a burp. Yeah. Imagine like a reverse burp trying to take that shit back.
No thanks.
Could you imagine what a reverse burp would sound like? Like, like whoa.
Oh my god.
How would that be?
It'd be like a deep
unpleasant?
growl, I feel like.
Like a growl?
Yeah.
Like the fucking raccoons. Did you watch that
I
one?
watched that and it was...
Holy shit.
Okay, I actually have a raccoon story real quick.
Let's hear
now
it.
that I thought about that. So
I hope you had a gun, because I didn't, and I
no,
wish I did.
but this motherfucker... Oh. Anyways, so my Aunt Cece, she lives on off of 164th now, right? And she lives in like this trailer park, but it's a pretty nice one. It's like they're all pretty good homes and stuff like that. Everyone keeps up with the stuff that's around. And so I worked at Taco Time with her, and so what I would do is I would take Dylan to work, and then I would go to her house for 2 hours and wait to go to work because there was no point to go all the way back to the house, change, and then leave. So I was like, I just took my stuff. One day I pull up and I see something run across to her house, and I'm like, oh, that must be the cat. Fuck, it's not supposed to be out. Like, and so I like pull into the spot that I parked in, and I seen another one, and I was like, are all of her cats out? Because she got 4 of them. 3 of them.
So she's one of them crazy cat ladies?
She could be.
She
yes.
could be.
If she wanted
later
to
in
be.
life.
So
We're not there yet.
I'm like, oh my god.
We're working on it.
We
Yeah.
already got 2 cats.
But we're not crazy cat people.
Oh, I know, because we're going to get a dog in March.
So, I'm like, oh shit, both of her cats are out. I should get out and try to find them, And then I see another one, but this one's big as fuck. And it comes into my light, and I was like, oh shit. So I was...
Scariest moment of your life, huh?
It looked right into my soul.
Oh my god, them yellow beady fucking eyes.
And, I'm from
it's like
the
I'm
South.
seeing Jesus.
Yeah, and I'm from the South. I deal with possums, fucking raccoons, foxes, coyotes. Like, I'm used to it, right?
A raccoon is a mix of a possum, coyote, lion. I swear to God. Mixed with a burglar. Like, fuck.
So I'm like, I'm not scared of this dumb bitch. I'm going to get out and scare it. I start to open my door, and it does this.
Up. Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
They don't play. They don't play.
And I'm like, did this dude just like, like come at
boxing.
me? Yeah. And I'm like, we're not doing this today. So I fully open my door, and then the other 2 fucks come back into view, and I'm like, never mind.
They travel in gangs. I don't know why, but I swear this fucking raccoon was throwing up signs to me when he was when he ran up on me. He said, "What's up, raccoon gang, bitch?" And I was like, "Hey, this is your fucking spot."
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in your fucking area.
So
I'm in your territory.
I'm like in my head. I'm like, all right. What am I going to do? Am I going to honk the horn at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning to scare these bitches off and wake everyone else up?
I'll let you know. I did. I honked the horn at midnight, 1 and 2, when them whores wouldn't leave me alone.
So then,
I didn't give a fuck.
So then I'm like, all right, I'm just going to step out the car. I don't care. I'm going to get out of my car. They can't keep me in this car. So I get out. And they start. I was like, "You're gonna swarm me? You're gonna swarm me!" So I get back in my car. I get my phone out. I call her daughter, my cousin Sierra, and I'm like, "You best come get me right now. These motherfuckers are trying to eat me." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "These raccoons that are outside your house are trying to eat me." Yeah. She comes out full stomping and going, "Hey! Hey!" And they look at her and they're like, and run. I'm like, really? You're gonna be scared of the 5'0" bitch, but me, you don't care. Confidence.
They smell your fear, I swear, because I was with Elise and Misty in my raccoon run up, and Elise wasn't scared at all. They weren't fucking with her, but me holding this knife to my chest, heart beating here in my ass and everything. Ooh, it was bad. It was bad. They knew. They knew. They just needed to laugh at me and I'd be gone.
Yeah.
I hopped up in the car like, really? 4 times.
Why do I gotta be ganged up on by fucking raccoons? You know, I never dealt with fucking raccoons in Kentucky. I've never had to deal with any of them.
You know you're old enough to have a gun?
Thank you. I know.
You should get one.
I'm going to.
You could have a pistol.
You're a woman.
I am.
All women that are old enough and are able to should own guns.
I'm going to.
Especially a pistol. You can bring it with you places.
Thank you. I will.
You should.
You should. I mean,
actually, we saw a baby raccoon while I was home. In July, we were having my dad's birthday party, and there's like these blueberries that are over next to my mom's house on the other side of the creek, and she's like walking over there to see if they're still good, and this baby raccoon's just shoving blueberries into it, or blackberries into its mouth.
During the daytime?
During the daytime.
Oh, that's scary.
Like, it was 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, and he's just, and my mom's like, "Oh!" and like ran away, and it was just like.
Because if you see a raccoon during the day, that means they got like rabies or they're sick or something.
Yeah, but
they're
she
nocturnal.
said this baby looked perfectly fine. It was just hungry at
It's the fucking look that gets you. They may look fine until you go, and they fucking get you. You seen that video?
Dylan really wants a raccoon.
Have you seen the video of a dude like trying to pet a raccoon and then he just fucking bites his finger and then there's a chunk taken out?
No, thank you.
But I have seen Harold and Kumar. They got attacked by a raccoon. Damn near got rabies. There's the White Castle one.
White Castle.
Dude, we have White Castle burgers. We're gonna have to watch that movie and just get high as fuck.
There's actually a White Castle restaurant in Somerset near
Somerset?
my mom's. Yeah, Somerset.
That's the name of a place?
Yeah, it's a town near my mom's. It's like 40 minutes away.
What happens in the winter? Is it still hot as fuck over there? It's Somerset, you know?
I think it was Sunset, wasn't it?
Somerset?
Oh.
Somerset, yeah.
Like the season.
Like the season. Okay.
No, actually, winters over there are pretty sucky.
What?
They're really
summer
cold.
Season? Or summer sun? Somerset.
Somerset.
Dude, this frontal lobe cortex right here, the one that remembers things quickly.
Nah. It's not working?
It tapped out.
It tapped out. The name of it, though. That's pretty impressive. Frontal lobe cortex.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Were you having some problems with that?
Yeah, I just never knew what that was called, ever. I thought it was just like skull brain.
Skull brain? Your brain has different parts.
Yeah, there's like the left side. There's the left brain, the right brain, the frontal cortex. There's something in the back.
I feel like I'm losing IQ points.
And when you take drugs, when you take drugs, you activate every single one of them.
Do you do drugs?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Drugs aren't cool. Ever.
Well, does the nicotine count?
Yes.
All right, I do the nicotine.
Alcohol is a drug as well.
I somewhat do that.
So you do drugs.
Oh, I do drugs, yes.
Everybody does drugs. And if you don't, good for you.
No, but I mean, I think drugs can be like, it's not just a substance. I feel like drug can be anything you're addicted to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fucking, if you're addicted to sucking dick, that's a drug, right?
Damn it.
What do they call it? Oh, guess who didn't put their phone on airplane mode?
I didn't.
Did you?
This guy gave us a speech. He said everybody have their phone on airplane mode. He's getting a call from Mr. T. Big shout out. I know he watches every single one of them. He watched the first one like 5 times. That's fucking amazing. Not even Aaron did that.
Yo. What up, man? Hey, you're on the podcast right now. I'm recording one. Say what's up.
What's up?
Hey.
What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? It's probably gonna be on the podcast, but I was thinking about coming through, man, because I'm getting off work, and I see you guys a lot. I saw you. Your Snapchat is Dante and them there, Dante Hogan.
Yeah. Good, Dante and Hogan are here.
What's up, boy? No, I definitely gotta come through because I'm trying to be on the podcast.
Come through. Aaron's here too.
Hey, what's good, man?
What's happening with you?
Chilling, boy. Got so much bass in your voice, man. They put you in a car, man. Got that bass. What's going on, man? Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on?
But yeah, bro, come through. I'm gonna finish up this podcast right now, but just let me know.
Yeah, I'm in Limbo right now, so I should be like there in like another 20.
Okay.
Is Kylie here?
Yeah, Kylie's here. She's downstairs.
All right, I'm gonna wrap this, or we're gonna finish this one, and then just let me know when you're close. Someone will let you in.
All right, sounds good, man.
Later. All right.
Why are you ruining my podcast?
I'm not ruining
You're ruining it.
I didn't, Mr. T.
While we are ruining it though, I need more apple juice.
Then get some more apple
All right,
juice.
let's
since he
take an
just
apple
ruined
juice
it.
second. Pause it now. All right, more apple juice. We did
More
that.
apple juice.
Back from the intermission.
So, I have to tell you guys the most hilarious story that has happened at me since I started working at this new
Happened
Chevron.
at you?
Happened to me.
Okay.
It happened at her.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
mean,
God
you work at
really...
a gas station in the heart of Everett. Like,
No,
what
I
the
work
fuck?
at a gas station in the heart of Linwood.
Oh, you moved from the Jackson?
From the 41st?
Mhm.
Yeah, now I work up in Linwood on
That's Aurora?
148th and 99.
No,
Ooh, that's a bad area,
Yeah.
buddy. That's a bad area,
So-
buddy.
So it's 2
That's
days.
where you see them tweaky twacks.
Yeah. So it's 2
Twinkie
days before I go on vacation to go to Kentucky. Okay. And it had been pretty good that week. Pretty slow. Nothing really bad happened that I can remember. Right.
Word.
And I'm working with my coworker Aaron. Shout out Aaron.
Shout out Aaron.
And it's really slow. Like we've been slow for like an hour. No one's come through. So we're like, all right, let's go take like a smoke break real quick. So we're outside and we see this like older black lady coming towards us. And I was like, I got it. Like I'm back up, but I'll take care of her real quick. I go in there and like 5 minutes later, she still hasn't come in. So I was like, maybe she was just walking through, but gonna go on the sidewalk, and just go down. So I go back out and Aaron's like, oh yeah, she just asked for a light. And I was like, okay. And we used to have this donation bin that was to the side of our store, but you couldn't see it when you first walked out. Like, you had to go around the side of the store to see it, right?
Yeah.
And we always had people digging through that shit, trying to find...
Is it like the green one? Like the green
ours-
thing where you open it and you
but
shove the clothes?
Ours was blue.
Where did
Yeah.
all those clothes go? Are they not for the homeless people to pick it through?
No.
No, they go to, like, Value Village or whatever attachment is to it. I don't know where ours went, but it's stuff like that. Goodwill, places
Shout
like
out
that.
Value Village. Used to work there.
And so
Came up on a lot of
he's
stuff.
like, well, she walked over that way. Do you want to go check on her? And I was like, yeah, just make sure she's not digging through the donation bin. And when I walked over there, she was just smoking her cigarette, and she was standing in the shade. It was pretty hot that day. It's July, So I was like, oh, she's just standing in the shade, probably trying to cool off. And he was like, okay, just want to check on her in like 10 minutes? I was like, yeah, good deal. So like 15 minutes go by, and I completely forgot about this lady. I was like, oh, shit, she gonna make sure she's not over there. I wish I hadn't.
Was she shitting?
She was taking a poopy.
So I go over there. She has no pants on.
Tight.
She has underwear. She's got underwear.
She's just standing in the alley?
No, she's standing so where it is it's a spot for like disabled people, like this, yeah.
I know
Yeah,
exactly.
handicap capping.
Okay, I
And
know where
then
you're at right
capping.
now. Across the street is that 7-Eleven, right?
There's a 7-Eleven, a
And
Safeway.
Yeah, you're on that corner.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I
And
know what you're
so-
saying now.
Yeah.
It's the handicap parking, and then the donation bin is right here, right? And so when I saw her, she was standing in the middle of the parking spot. She's now trying to look into the donation bin. No pants on. She had pants. No longer has pants. Underwear. And a different shirt on. Mind you, my coworker said that when she bent down to get the light from him, she had no bra on. He saw titties. Okay? And so she's got
That's not a pair to want to see,
old, saggy, gross titties.
Yo,
okay?
out
And
there
so-
looking like golf balls.
So she
hitting
took
them with
her
the
shirt
pole.
off that she did have on.
Yucky
Bare-chested.
shirt. Yep. Was there hair on her nipples?
I don't know.
Well,
So
next time pay attention,
I-
Rachel.
I didn't see that. My coworker saw it. So,
And tell him to pay attention.
all right, I will.
Yeah.
So she puts on another shirt. So she was bare-chested for I don't know how long, changing. All these poor people had to see it, whoever went by. And there is...
I'm surprised nobody came in and was like,
What?
hey, you
You
guys got
gotta-
a hooker out back
Yeah.
changing.
So I step closer to her to tell her she needs to stop.
Yeah.
And I noticed something running down her legs.
She shitted.
She liquid shitted all over herself. Liquid! It was liquid.
Hold up, how old was she?
She gotta be like 60s.
Damn it. Must have been the same bitch that shattered on Aaron's couch.
Totally forgot about that.
He had this 60-year-old hag bag.
I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I got 2 days till I got vacation. Do I want to fucking deal with this? No. So I turn around, go inside, tell my coworker what's going on, but I might have forgotten the part about her shitting on herself.
Oh.
So he goes out there to take care of it, and he gets within, like, me to you distance.
Like, probably like 5 feet.
A little bit less, yeah.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't smell nothing until she suddenly turned, because he was saying, ma'am, you know, and trying to get her attention. She turned, and when she turned, he said it hit him like a fucking truck.
And then she tackled him?
No. He goes, what the fuck? And, like, steps back. And he, like, made her stop doing what she was doing and called the cops.
He said, stand still.
Don't move.
You're going to be all right.
Yeah.
We're going to get something.
So,
we're going to get you a jumpsuit. Fuck these clothes.
So he calls the cops.
A free shower,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
So he calls the cops because, like, what else are we supposed to do?
I wonder what the cops do. Did they hose him down or something before they hop in the
You're going to
car?
want to hear the rest of it.
Oh, yeah, please.
So the cop gets there. Aaron tells him what's going on. The cop goes, she did what on herself? And he goes, she shit? And he goes, hold on 1 second. I see this cop go back to his car, put on a 3rd pair of gloves, a 2nd mask, and takes his jacket off that he had on. Because he's like, if this woman comes at me.
Yeah.
So
Yuck.
the cop walks back over there and he's like, ma'am, I'm going to need you to put some sort of pants on and please just pick up your shoes, because her shoes were filled with her shit, by the way. And so, you know what this woman does? She puts on fuzzy pajama pants on her shit-soaked legs. The cop is gagging. Like, he's like, ma'am, and I'm standing there going, oh, I'm so glad I'm not you. And then she puts on her socks and shoes, and the cop's, like, literally almost puking at this point.
The same shoes that had the shit puddles in them.
And her socks.
Oh, the socks had...
And the socks,
yeah,
too.
They probably started off white, ended up brown.
You slipped them socks back on. You ever tried to take off a wet pair of socks?
Yeah.
Imagine trying to put a wet pair on.
Yeah.
Like,
and so she starts walking back up
Sludgy?
towards the Safeway, like on the sidewalk, to go press on the button to walk across. And he
let her go?
Yeah. What else is he supposed to do?
He doesn't have a reason
He's-
to arrest
Oh,
And-
in public indecency?
I don't
That's
know.
more like
She
a
wasn't.
ticket than
Yeah. And so he told us later, he's like, I didn't want to put her in the back of my car. I didn't want to have to deal with that later. And I was like, no, nope, don't want to either. So she's walking up towards the Safeway, and he yells, please don't go to the Safeway, please. And she's like, I'll do what I want. And he was just like, please don't.
I'm going to have to go over there.
Yeah.
He's probably sitting in the parking lot waiting.
I have never seen that lady since. Never.
I bet you nobody has. Okay,
like-
I bet you she is somewhere under a bridge, wiping her butt on concrete, licking the window.
So then, because I'm backup, had to go out there with a shovel, 3 pairs of gloves on, and clean up all of the clothes that she drug out of the donation bin and ran through her shit on the ground.
I would have told your homie Aaron that we're fucking rock, paper, scissoring that. That would have been a rock, paper, scissor move.
And then I had to throw it away in our
If
dumpster.
I lost, best 2 out of 3.
And then I had to take, the mop buckets. I filled the mop bucket up with water and soap and just on the concrete to try and get as much of it to go away.
How'd that work for you?
Pretty well.
Yeah?
It mostly went away because it was liquid.
Well, yeah. Well, I've had a bit of the run skirts before. Okay.
The run skirts.
Yeah.
Because it runs down your skirt.
No, because when I do it, it sounds like a car skirting off. It's like, all right, and then it runs down my leg.
And
it's pretty gross.
That has
actually.
to have been one of the worst things that's ever happened to me working at either one of the gas stations. Like,
shout out Chevron.
Yeah, shout out Chevron.
Fuck Chevron. That sounds like a nasty environment.
Listen, actually, so for the area that I'm in, that Chevron is so great. Like, the owner, he would do anything for any of us. Like, he let me go on vacation for 2 weeks, but like 4 months after I'd started working there. And
that's
like,
pretty pimp.
And I'm going on this trip now to go home for a couple of months, and he's like, when you get back, just call me up, and you've got a job. Like, you'll always be welcome here.
That's fucking pimp.
Yeah. Like,
you put in a 2 week.
I told him about a month and a half ago that I was going to be going on this trip, and he was like, just let me know what day is your last day, which is tomorrow, and then what day I'm leaving. So
how long are you going to be gone?
I'm hoping no longer than February. And now that I'm flying, it's a little bit easier because my car is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to my piece of shit car.
Anyone's looking for a piece of shit car, hit up Rachel.
She's got that.
I don't think you want it. I've spent almost...
Don't tell him that.
You gotta upsell this piece of shit.
Come on. It's only got, what, 154,000 miles?
Only 120, actually.
120. I was just throwing a random one out there, but that's even better.
My car's got 120. That's pretty good.
Mine's a 20-year-old car, too.
What year's yours?
2000.
Mine's 95. 25 years old.
So what was the, problem that happened with your car? Because it might be an easy fix.
It's not.
Transmission?
No.
Nice.
It's the... So what happened was, you know how 164th, when you're going to the right, when you get off the freeway, right? So you get on... So when you go right, there's that giant fucking hill.
Yeah.
I was going back up that last night from meeting Dylan at the Jack in the Box.
Is this a stick shift?
No, it's not. And it was raining really hard last night, and it just felt like the gear caught wrong when it was trying to change. And so it's happened once before when I was coming to your house one time, actually. And so I pulled over, turned it off, because I figured if I turn it off, the engine can sit for a second, not do anything, turn it back on, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
This motherfucker decided that every time I did a full stop, it was going to idle like it was about to explode. Like, it was just shaking. And I was like,
that's
hope
not
I
good.
make it home.
Wow.
So I get all the way home, and my spot's taken because my cousin's girlfriend
You hate
is there.
that.
I hate that.
I could tell you that.
Sorry, I apologize. My spot's taken. Yeah. My car is being a piece of shit, so I park on the side where the grass is. I get out, and I just slammed the door, and I said, "You piece of shit!" And I walked inside, and my grandpa's, like, peeking through the doorway like this, and I'm like, what? Like,
he was probably like, is Dylan back? Is Dylan back?
Wait. So you said you were meeting with Dylan at fucking Jack in the Box?
Yeah, because he was about to go take Alana back to Cali. So I get all the way home. I do all that. I'm, like, in my room having a meltdown. And I'm just like, this fucking car, I'm supposed to be leaving next weekend. And, of course, it wants to break. And my grandpa comes up, and he's just, like, real light on the door. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, can I come in? And I'm like, I guess.
Yeah,
you know.
I guess. You own the house.
So he comes in, and he's like, we'll take care of it. Like, when you calm down, come downstairs and tell me what happened. And I was like, maybe. Like, I'm just so mad. So I finally go down there and tell him what's going on. And he thinks it's the catalytic converter.
Wow.
Holy shit. I thought that was something made up that they put on the DeLorean to go into the future. They were like, you need the catalytic converter.
No, it's a real thing. It's the part. So it's the part
with the transfusion.
It's the part when your emissions is going through. It circulates it, and it takes out the carbon and all the bad chemicals. It makes your car legal.
Oh, so it's kind of like a filter.
Yeah, it's a filter.
Okay.
But they're expensive.
As shit.
$700.
Oh.
Plus installation, plus, time for having it at whatever shop. You're talking a lot. And so I just decided I'm going to leave the piece of shit here, and I'm just going to fly. Yeah. Because it's just going to break down on me when I'm on this trip trying to drive. Like, I'm going to be in the middle.
That's a far-ass drive.
Yeah, it's 2,000 miles. It's 2,012 miles, to be exact, from my grandpa's house to my mom's house.
That's a lot of miles.
That's a lot of miles.
More than 4.
More than 4.
For sure.
So I was supposed to stop in Kansas and see my cousin Aubrey and her daughter Juniper, and I was going to stay there for, like, a night, a day, another night, and then leave out the next morning. So, like, 2 days, I guess, technically. And then from her house to my mom's house is another, like, 13-hour drive. So in total, it would have taken me about 4 or 5 days because I would have had to stop somewhere else in the middle of here to Kansas to sleep. So, about 4 or 5 days. But if you go straight through without sleeping, it's a day and 13 hours.
That's not bad.
So if
What's that, like
for say if it was
it's a good meth hit, you know?
Yeah.
You'd be up for a couple days.
Yeah.
You
So
can
like,
make the drive.
for instance, if it was like us three, we could just keep
Switch
circulating out drivers and make it there in like a day.
37 hours, I think.
So.
That'd be pretty pimp.
And I was super excited for this trip. It would have been like my first actual road trip.
You're
not
excited
being
to
a
go?
kid, and I'm still excited to go. Like my dad and my mom have had a few my dad hasn't had surgeries, but my mom's had 2 this year, and my dad had to be in the hospital for like 2 weeks because of a blood clot, and he was diagnosed with diabetes. So
That's sad.
yeah, he's doing a lot better though. He's
That's
back
good.
to work.
Does he have feet problems?
Not that I know.
Because
of.
no,
He said, I might have feet problems.
Oh,
I
it's
need to
because
talk to someone."
diabetics they lose limbs, but
toes.
that's if they don't take care of themselves and
okay,
don't
because
take
like
their,
I know my aunt had diabetes, and the state would give her free shoes and like insoles and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's because your toes and your fingers are the first things to go when your body starts to decay because they are very skinny and
Right,
not
not a lot of
stuff.
blood.
But it's
in and out.
that only happens if you don't take care of yourself. If you don't start eating right, if you don't take your insulin, if you don't, because when you're diabetic, you also get cold a lot faster. So you have to make sure that you have the right clothes on during the right time of year. So
I met this chick when I went camping. She was allergic to the cold. Like literally said that when she gets cold, she gets hives.
Sounds like something our sister would say.
Definitely. I was calling Cap, and then I seen her. She literally put on, like, because we were camping, so she put on pajama pants and then a onesie, and then she already had socks on, but then took another pair of socks and pulled it up so that the onesie was in the sock. You know what I mean? And then put on shoes and then another jacket. And I was like, okay, you might be really allergic to cold. Okay, this is a lot
that
of
just sounds
parameters.
like someone who doesn't like the cold.
Right, but
not gonna call her a liar.
No,
Just
I know.
saying
That's
that-
what I was saying too. But then she was like, "No, I'm from Ireland and all this shit." And I was like, "Okay, it starts to make more sense." I don't know why it did. I don't know if Irish people. Is that what they are? People from Ireland?
Yeah.
Irish
Yeah.
people?
Yeah.
They're Irish.
Irish.
She had a little bit of an accent, but not much.
I bet.
A bit. A bit. I got me my arrow and I'll shoot it. I'll shoot my arrow.
But yeah, I am super excited to go home. I'm really gonna miss you guys though, like just coming over to like hang out and shit. But I mean, like I've been telling everyone, I'm coming right back. Like I'll be back. I'm hoping no later than March though. Like I really don't want to be there later than March.
By the time you come back, we're gonna be in a different house.
I know. It's gonna be so weird. Like
And it's gonna be far too.
Why you gotta do that?
It's good reasons. Good reasons.
Gotta get out of the area, we've been in this area forever,
Your whole life?
pretty much. Like,
Literally.
I went to Portland for 6 months, and that was good. It was just, I didn't have any people around me, you know what I mean?
Which is what really sucks.
Exactly. So if we could tackle a new area together, I feel like it'd be more fun. Get away from some weirdos around here, just some bad energy or whatever energy, Just get a whole new aura. I got a colorful aura.
And we could be closer to your grandma, which would be cool. You see her a lot more often.
Right. I'm excited to see Graham.
Graham.
See her way more. But you're excited to go home and visit with your family. Are you going to get a job down there?
Yeah, I'm just going to get like a 2-3 day part-time job thing. So that way, because
What's minimum wage down there? Like $6.20?
If you get like actual minimum wage, it's $7.25. But a lot of the jobs there, because you can't really do anything with $7.25. Like so, I try to explain it to people like this: $7.25. Yes, you may get an apartment that's $500 or $600, but when you're paid,
what the fuck is apartment?
Apartment.
Oh, apartment. Okay, continue.
So it's like, so you make $7.25. You work so many hours, you get like $400 or $500, right? If you work a full-time job, but your apartment is $500. $600 depending on where you get it,
which is fucking good compared to the prices.
But
out
you
here.
just spent
you just spent $500 or $600 a check.
Yeah.
So you just spent one check paying off all of your apartment. Then you got to remember gas. Then you got to remember food, your card payment, all of that stuff. You have nothing. It's just like here, we may be making, what's the minimum wage? $13.50 right now.
I believe it. No,
well, that's in Seattle. I make $13.75, but $13.50 is the new minimum wage.
Yeah.
I still have to pay my phone. I still have to pay my car. I still have to, like houses here are $1,400-1,500 for a 2-bedroom.
The way America is set up,
sucks.
It's supposed to be paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, and it's fucking crucial. But if you're a billionaire, that shit multiplies.
Well, yeah.
And multiplies and multiplies.
Well, nobody teaches kids or anybody or how to
They don't teach
become
you
rich.
shit about
They don't teach you like
They
and
don't
rich.
want everybody to be rich.
That and rich people don't give out secrets. Nobody's gonna give out the knowledge to get where they're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are greedy. People are fucking stupid. But I mean, that's what I'm doing here. The way you do it, son, buy equipment. Do it. Just fucking send it. Just try it. That's how you get it done.
Invest in yourself.
Right.
That's the number
No,
one key.
but one thing that really does aggravate me
Hogan
is like
knows.
with schools, they don't teach you about taxes. They don't teach you anything about
I don't
paying
teach you about
bills.
rental history.
Yeah, they don't
credit.
teach you any of that. No, but you know what is important?
Algebra.
Science.
Or fucking George Washington.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what I hated more than anything? I don't know why it bugged me so much, but in elementary school, I really hated music class.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
it's like, why the fuck do I need to learn about music? Why is it a
I don't
necessity?
remember shit from any of those classes.
Exactly. I know how to play the recorder.
I-
Catch me
fourth
playing
grade.
Hot Cross Buns. All right?
grade.
American Idol.
Yeah. I fucking what was I gonna say? Oh, no idea. No idea.
No idea. Just,
Not even a clue.
whoop.
Nope.
You said something about 6th grade,
6th grade?
5th grade,
4th grade.
4th grade.
That's when we
Third
played the
grade.
recorders.
Oh, okay.
That's when I was. In 4th grade with Miss Cat Ford. I remember her.
Miss Catford.
Yeah, that was her name, but it was spelled Cat Ford. Dante, you remember her?
Yeah, her first name was Teresa.
Teresa Cat Ford. Nah, she was
Shout
cool.
out you.
Yeah,
you
she
know.
was cool. She always had the librarian shoes on. You know what I'm talking about? They got like the hard toe, kind of look like a clog, but then the back's hanging out. Yeah, she always had
Yeah.
that. I never understood that class either. I don't remember shit from it, but they should have taught us all this cool stuff. But the way you get rich is by having assets and having things that will make money on itself. So that,
Still aggravates me they didn't teach me about taxes.
Right?
Come on.
but I mean,
Teach me essential things.
what they need to teach you is that you need to like buy land, build something on it, and then let that grow over time. Because you know, inflation happens where more money is made than we keep printing off more
Yeah.
money, so then our dollar value goes less.
Goes
But
way
then
down.
your property value goes up.
Yeah.
So that's how the rich people stay rich, because when you're rich, you have 4 or 5 houses, right? But you're only living in one and you're renting out the others.
Yeah.
So then you can raise rent because, money's getting higher, you're making more money, but you're paying less on property taxes.
Exactly, yeah.
But nobody teaches you that. You
Just
got to
gotta
figure
learn
it
it
out and
yourself, I guess.
invest. Yeah, I mean, the knowledge is out there. You just got to be pretty efficient in looking for it.
Yeah.
You got to ask the right questions.
And all you need is a 20% down payment. All right? Don't go for no 3% because the fucking interest will be ridiculous. Go for a 20% down payment. If that's a $100,000 house, that's gonna be a $20,000 down payment.
You just did the most simple math ever, so you
Yeah.
don't have to try and do it.
You know, if it's a $200,000 house, that's $40,000 in a down payment.
Good job.
I used to think Tony was the smartest motherfucker in like 8th grade because he was in advanced math. He was in algebra when I was in like the
Tony,
pre-algebra.
you didn't even do your own math in senior year.
Tony didn't do half his own shit.
Why the fuck would I do pre-calc?
I cheated.
Because I
in high
have
school.
to. But if I don't have
Listen,
to, why would I do it?
So I did
I'm gonna
not
pay
want to
somebody.
do any sort of calculus in high school. I was like, I don't fucking want to do it. I'm just gonna have to redo it when I go to college, which I didn't do. So I did geometry, and then algebra 1, geometry, and then junior year I was supposed to take algebra 2. But I was like, They
Yeah.
offered this ACT prep class. I took that,
See,
and
I
then
passed-
took algebra 2 my senior year.
There you
I was
go.
like,
I passed
like,
algebra 2 by myself.
The way
Oh,
I did
really?
it is we had snow aisle. You know what snow aisle
I've
is?
heard of it, yeah.
Yeah. So I went to like a part-time technical school where they
Yeah.
taught me how to like wire shit. But because I did that, I didn't have to take algebra 2 because they said that covered it. Even though we didn't do anything math related really, like
No, yeah.
the simplest amount of math, and we always had a calculator.
You're doing shit that you would actually need in life, though.
Right, because I mean, I do the math I'm doing now is similar to what I was doing in the snow aisle. Because I mean, for when I do work.
Yeah.
What were you doing in snow aisle? Like what section?
It was called electronics engineering and technology. So I was building I made a motion detector. We would make memory circuits where you could put in a pin and then it would read the pin back to you, and then you could make a code. I made I soldered like a bunch of lights together and made it so it was like an LED tree.
That's fire.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like they taught us how to connect wires on a motherboard. Like if you
that's cool.
Like if you would think about
Yeah.
like a fucking I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, we would make circuits and like have to put wires here with this kind of connector with that sort of thing and like make it work. It took me fucking all year to figure out the most basic shit. It was so fucking stupid. And then there was kids building like electric guitars and shit.
All right. But you would also go to that fucking place high as fuck. Because I remember you'd come to my house and wake me up every morning before you had school. And it's like, all right, let's smoke some weed, dog. Those were good times right there.
Easy times.
For real, so easy.
Those were like so easy. You remember when you were 17 how easy it was? No responsibilities.
I mean, yeah.
But I mean maybe not easy, but like easier.
Yeah. Sometimes I really
The drama was a lot harder when we were 17.
Sometimes I freak out because I'm like, I turned 22 in January, and it doesn't feel like I was but 15 not long ago.
Right.
Like, not having to do anything but go to school. Like, that's all I had to do was go to school, come home, do my homework, and go to sleep. That's all I had to do. Like, I had no responsibility.
And that was the hardest shit, I swear to God. That was the hardest thing to do for me at 17 was to go to school, do your homework, and, on time. It was so hard.
Tony.
Yeah.
That's what they told me.
Don't skip classes, Ethan. That's what I heard too.
You know,
from
honestly,
Aaron. He would be telling me every day, bro, don't skip a class.
I think I only ever skipped like 2 classes. You didn't hear that, Mom.
What's she gonna do 4 years later?
I was always like, yeah, Mom, there was a sub, and I just sat in the wrong place, so they probably marked me absent.
Oh, I remember that fucking trick. One time I tried to skip school with Hogan, and we were walking back from school, and I didn't think my mom was there, dude. And we fucking opened the door, and my mom's in the hallway, craziest look in her eye ever, because it was like noon. She said, "Oh, what are you doing
She
home?"
probably said some shit like, "Goodbye, Hogan."
That's exactly what she said. That was exactly what she said. She literally looked at Hogan and said, "Goodbye, Hogan." And then Hogan was like, okay.
Bye, buddy.
He said, where am I going to go now?
No,
Can't go home.
fucking, my mom was like, you're either going to get your ass back to that school or you're getting in your room. And I was like, I don't want to go back to school.
He said, I got video games in my room, Mom. Just fucking try me.
Dude, my mom actually gave me credit the other day. She was like, even though you were always playing video games, you did make some money. And I was like, bitch, I did make some money.
A good amount of
I
money.
made a good amount of money just playing tournaments and shit online.
Yeah.
It was fun. Selling skins. Those were easy times. When all I did was hop on a computer or hop on a fucking Xbox and just game. Just game.
And you make a lot of money. Quick, too.
I mean, it's quick, but you can also lose it quicker. I mean, fuck, you're playing a tournament. Well, 100%, because you're betting on you compared to them. But I mean, like, I would always do, like, shit I was going to win. So, like, we only played Search and Destroy. We only played the maps we were good at. And then whoever fell into our trap got fucked up.
Black
Yeah.
Ops 2.
No, it was Advanced Warfare. Then I went back and did Black Ops 2. And then I played a little bit in Ghost. And then Black Ops 3, I was done. I didn't want to play.
You did some CSGO, right?
Yeah, I went into CSGO when Black Ops 3 came out because I wasn't fucking feeling another jetpack game where it was another jetpack Call of Duty. I just wasn't feeling it. So I went to CSGO, and I got crazy good at that shit, too, and that was fun. We were playing that for a while. Me and Cole, we were hopping on. We made a fucking little clan SDA.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool. I fucking made money on that game, too, gambling.
Yeah.
They have online sites where you can bet like skins, and skins in the game cost money, and like they're not cheap. Like a knife in that game, a skin knife would be like $300. You know what I mean? So like, you go onto the gambling site with like a $30 skin. You throw it in there, you may come out with a fucking $70 skin. Then you throw it back in there, you may fucking drop to a $20 skin, and then it was addicting because then you hit big and you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're rocking like a nice ass skin for a little bit. People are like, where'd you get that? Then you sell it. I sold a Dragon Lore for $700.
I was just about to say, I remember when you won that,
Face Tico.
the fucking, what are a giveaway?
Yeah.
Yeah, you won that giveaway. That shit was dope.
Yeah, I fucking won Face Tico's giveaway. I don't know if you know who they are, but they're Call of Duty people.
To be honest, I had no idea who it was, but then I like sent the screenshot to all my homies, like in a group chat, and they were like, "No fucking way!" And I was like, "Yeah, that's my brother." It just won
Gotta
that
flex
shit.
on your own brother.
Right. Well, I mean, we fucking growing up, it'd be hard because you forget you have a brother. us being like that way. So like I had nobody to flex with, you know. It was always like, yeah,
it always
I'm cool.
sucked for me because my brother was 6 years younger, so it was just like me being like 10.
Yeah, you were
like
4
3,
or some shit. Yeah, you were just the age difference kind of makes it hard sometimes.
Yeah, because it's like and especially because he's a boy and I'm a girl, like you don't really have that much in common in the first place.
Right.
But when you're that far apart in age, it's like you're just a little kid to me. Like I don't want to do anything with you. But now that he's gonna be turning 16 in November, it's a lot better because he's a lot older now, so he kind of
gets it.
Yeah, he gets it a lot more, and like we get along a lot better now than we did like when we were kids. Like I always just wanted to beat him up. I just wanted to beat him up when he was little, and now he's 6'1", and I'm like, you could crush me.
Well, I mean, me and Kylie, we're pretty close in age, but we're never like super close, you know.
Yeah, but you guys
get each other's necks.
Yeah, no, we always fight, bro. Always fight. That's how I learned not to hit women when I was a little ass kid.
There were several times that I would see you guys just close to fucking each other up.
She was always scared of me though. You know, gender or no gender, and that motherfucker is scared.
Yeah, Kylie's a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
As she's downstairs.
Yeah. Shout out Kylie.
Yeah, Kylie's pimp. No, but I knew.
Love you, Kylie.
I knew I was the favorite brother when for Kylie. Whenever I'd come over and I'd get a hug, and it'd always be like, "Fuck you, Tony." and then Kylie would get mad. I remember growing up, Kylie would always get mad that I would hang out with Tony more than her. She'd be like, "You never hang out with me." I'm like, "I'm in here kicking it with Tony. You could just walk in."
What the fuck do you do?
Yeah, like what the fuck I'm gonna do with you? What were we gonna do? Watch Pretty Little Liars for fucking hours? No. Tony and I are gonna go shoot shit with BB guns, maybe ride around the park, look for snails, and fucking hit each other. That's what we're gonna do. Play video games. Like, we're gonna fuck shit up. Like, that's what we were doing.
Get into a little football.
Yo, we would go crazy. Did you ever play, like, football growing up?
No.
Never with the girls out there, like, just playing football?
No, because I did not have a lot of friends because they all irritated the fuck out of me.
Oh, you
People
were one of
irritate
them.
me a lot.
Yeah. People, they just suck.
They do.
Hey, can I tell you something? You can either be good or good at it.
And that's all that she wrote.
That's what's that. You can either be good or good at it. And me with people, I'm pretty good at it. I don't know why, but I've always had this like.
Yeah, you could literally talk to anyone and you're like, we're friends now, and they'd be like, huh? Like.
Literally, I could keep a conversation going. Like, I don't know how I'm just able to fucking. But I was thinking about this the other day because I don't know if it's for you, but I feel like my mouth moves and like says shit way faster than my brain.
You're like, I just said that.
Exactly. I'm like, how the fuck did I think about all that? Like, how did that just come together and jumble out of my face?
Yeah, I'm way more like brain orientated. Orientated, yeah. I'll fucking sit here and talk to myself in my head for a minute, and they're like, all right, time to speak. You know?
Sometimes it'd be overwhelming. Like, if you have, like, 5, 6 friends or, like, anybody and everyone's kind of talking, it's like, where do you fucking jump in? Where's that conversation for you?
Yeah, I've always felt like I was, like, the third wheel, you know? Like, even if it's, like, a whole bunch of people, I just feel like I'm, like, that one friend that's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't talk yet. Shouldn't talk yet.
You
like,
think
I just
you're just over-guessing yourself?
Yeah, like, I just feel like if I say something, people aren't, like, if it's something funny, like, people aren't gonna laugh. But then I do say stuff, and, like, you guys have laughed at plenty of shit that I've said. And I'm like, all right, maybe I'm not.
Just overthinking.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
it's a self-esteem thing.
Yeah.
I hate when I go to, like, jump into a conversation and I misguess it. I hear a pause, and then as soon as I go to talk, somebody else, the person that's, like, originally in the conversation, they just keep talking. I'm like, oh, nice. So I'm not going to be heard.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
Or when you say something and no one hears it, and then the one person that did hear it repeats it, and everyone's like, you're like, bitch, I fucking said that.
It's like, I could snap your neck right now.
like
fucking
Tony does that shit to me all the time. Literally never not doing that. I'll say something fucking funny, and he'll go, hey, hi, everyone. Listen to this. He'll be like, yeah, remember that time? Yeah.
Ayo. I still got beef with Tony. He pushed me and stepped on my feet.
You got me back.
I
got
you.
On my feet this
I
morning.
barely did. I went
Get closer in. For the camera.
Yeah, talk your shit.
Yeah, talk your shit, bro.
You got me back, all right?
I barely stepped on
You came
your
up
foot.
to me and you stepped on my foot. I said, what the fuck was that for?
No,
you said,
I asked
you stepped
for
on my foot.
No, I asked for your foot. Do not lie to
Oh,
the
yeah,
audience.
no, yeah, you did. You said, let me see your foot. And I was like, so this is what my foot looks like. And you stepped on it. I was like, oh. So that's betrayal. He's like, well, let me see your foot. All right, I'm gonna fucking step on it.
Bro, it's like treason.
In my own home.
In my
step on my foot.
own home, you're gonna step on my toes. Have you ever seen Major Pain?
Wait, to be fair though, real quick.
Okay.
To be fair, the push hurt a lot more than the toe steppers.
I'm sorry. I don't know my own strength.
Like, I thought I was gonna fall into. I think it was Jack that was sitting in the chair behind me. I thought I was gonna fall into him and be like, "I'm so sorry, Jack. Like, it's not my fault." Like, you were just like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh shit, this is the end of me. This is the end of me." I just saw my whole life.
I was just fucking around the whole time too, and then after that, it was like so serious. I was like, oh, all right.
Have you ever seen Of Mice and Men or read the book?
Yeah.
Tony's Lenny. You know what I mean?
Did you accidentally kill a puppy?
Or a bunny, or a fucking
human.
mouse, or a rabbit.
All right, it's coming out. So this one time, all right, back in the Ethan was there. Right, we were playing with the BB guns.
Duh.
Yeah, and then fucking we see this little bird.
Oh,
it just pulls up and it's acting all cute. It's a baby ass bird. And I'm like, all right, did you shoot it or did I shoot it?
I think we both shot it.
Oh
All right, I was
my
like,
God.
all right, let's fucking shoot this thing. And he said, right now? And I was like, right, fuck it. We got BB guns. They're made to kill things. We got guns, all right? So let's fucking murder. And then we killed it, and then we felt bad. We were like, all right, what do we do now? There's just a dead bird in our yard. And then I think we wrapped it up in a towel and put it under, like, James's...
Truck.
No, it was this Jetta.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah.
thing always sat there.
Bro, I don't even know what happened to that Jetta. I could have fixed it up and made it real nice.
That it's
so
my
made it
Jetta
pretty.
now.
No, it was a dark blue one.
Oh.
And it had a hella mold problems.
Ew.
Yeah.
So speaking of accidentally, well, you didn't accidentally do it, but so I was going down Everett Mall Way like 2 weeks ago or something like that,
Uh-huh.
and I see out of the corner of my eye a fucking baby squirrel running in the road, and I'm like, I don't have enough time to stop.
Fucking
Oh.
Alvin was out there.
And I ran this. I felt to go up into my tire, like the space between
And
like the.
just
It
for a
went
second.
doo-doo-doo, and then it went back under the car and went doo-doo-doo-doo underneath my car, and then hit the other back tire and spun out. I look into the rearview mirror and I just see it go, and I'm like, oh.
Fucking.
I
hold
cried.
on.
Like I literally called my mom and I was like, Mom, I just ran over a baby squirrel and it's dead. And she's like, you don't know if it's dead. And I explained to her what I felt under the car, and she went, oh, yeah, that might be dead. And I was like, come on.
Fucking. On my last day working at OSW, I didn't know it was going to be my last day.
Yeah.
But I got pissed off and quit at some point. But my last day, I was on the way to work, and I was riding down the road, and I see this big-ass fucking raccoon.
Oh, no.
And it's crossing the street, and I said, you better make up your mind, little fucker. I ain't fucking, I'm going to speed up, you know? And then fucking, it went to go cross, and then it did it back juked. Yeah, it didn't really know what it was doing, and then it, like, as soon as my car got there, it was like, all right, now's the time. Jumps in front of my car, and I was like, all right, boom. And then I looked back after I ran that motherfucker over, and it stands up, and then it runs straight into a fence and falls back over. It was such a big raccoon, though. I was like, please don't damage my car.
So when I still had the Cobalt before I sold it,
The big-ass doors,
big ass doors.
they're not small. I
They're
swear to
not
God, those
small.
doors are bigger than this table. We could actually measure
They were
it one
big
day.
ass doors. Every time Tony had to get into that Cobalt, he'd open the door and go, big ass doors. And I'm like,
The car had wings. All right.
he always made the comment of, this motherfucker could fly if you opened up the door. So when I still had the Cobalt and I was working at the 41st Chevron, and I worked 4 to 11, so 4 a.m. to 11 a.m., right?
Yeah.
I turned and I went on to 23rd,
Uh-huh.
right next to like the park and shit. And so I'm going up, and I see like this cat looking, not the street next to the park, but the one over, like the main road.
Which park? I forgot where you said you were. I just heard 23rd Street.
The street next to mine. Just go with that. Just
Oh,
go with
by
that.
Clark Park?
Clark Park. Thank you.
Clark Park, okay.
So I'm going up the street, and I see what I think is a cat. And I've never hit a cat. I don't want to hit a cat. I like cats.
Cats
right?
are precious.
So I slowed.
Cats are precious.
They are.
Yeah, our cat is a fucking precious little bitch. I'll tell you that.
The both of them.
The both of them. This cat, the one downstairs, she can't shit in the box.
I know.
I don't
That's all
know.
I see.
Anybody who has a cat, please leave a comment. How do I get her to shit in the box, dude? She just shits next to the toilet. And I've put catnip in the box. I've tried it all. She just shits in the fucking
floor.
No, yeah, by the toilet, not on the floor. By the toilet for sure.
That's on the floor.
Yeah, it's definitely on the floor by the toilet.
So,
pause for dramatic effect, you know.
So I see what I think is a cat, and I'm like, I slowed down because I don't want to hit a cat, right?
Yeah.
I like cats. So I slow down, and the motherfucker runs across the street. And I was like, all right, it's out of the danger zone now. So I start speeding back up, right? And it comes back into the road, and it's doing one of these, like it's like, like where am I gonna go?
Yeah.
And I notice it is not a cat. It is
So
a
you sped up.
possum. It is a possum.
That's when you speed up.
No. Instead, in my shitty Cobalt, I scream and I bump it. Like it is under my bumper just so slightly. And
What'd you say this thing was?
it was a possum.
Oh, it was a possum.
You said
A
a jaguar.
jaguar.
Smack mids of Everett. There's a jaguar. Bro, do you know there's a fucking loose kangaroo in Monroe
Have they
right
not
now?
found that kangaroo?
Not that I've heard of.
Go kangaroo.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it's
got
just
fucking-
slightly under my bumper.
We got
and I'm
Kangaroo Jack hopping around.
and I'm expecting it to like crawl out or something, and then I realize it's a fucking possum. These things play dead, like on purpose. So I put it in reverse, make sure no one's coming towards me. I reverse, and I feel it pop out from under my bumper, and I'm like, please don't be faking to death, you know?
Right.
And it pops its head up and goes, and then runs off again, and I'm like, you're the one that ran in front of me,
Right?
Like you had your opportunity. You went across the street. And I thought you were gone. And instead, you were like, let's go back in the street. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I swear animals are stupid. Sometimes they just want to die. I don't want to kill them,
No.
but they want to die.
On purpose.
Yeah. like, holy fuck. I was just driving in the middle of bumfuck nowhere out in,
Bumfuck nowhere?
yeah, out by the shooting range we go to. And I left early in the morning. And a deer fucking hopped in front of my car, literally maybe 20 feet out, and I had to slam on the brakes, and he just kind of hops out and then just starts a little walking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
Deer-
okay, bitch.
Listen.
And then on the way
Deers are
back,
the
his
assholes.
cousin came by. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Deers are the most asshole animals that live in the bumfucks of nowhere, okay?
Yeah.
Because they're like,
And moose?
wait.
A moose, dog? A
Fucking
fucking moose?
Moose. Moose.
No, dog, a fucking moose, dog.
moose.
Their antlers so big, bro, they're connecting Wi-Fi. Like, it's so fucking huge. Like, fuck. I'm telling you, if I saw a moose in front of me, I'd shit myself.
Probably.
A fucking moose, dog.
Listen, so in
Huge.
in
Fuck
Kentucky,
mooses.
There was one time, so...
You saw a moose?
No. We do not have the mooses in Kentucky.
They don't got mooses in Kentucky?
We don't have mooses, no.
Y'all got...
Is that plural for moose?
No, actually,
It's
Mooses.
It's mice.
Moose don't have a plural. It's just
So if you see a
moose.
gang of mooses,
It's just
you call them a
it's
gang.
Look at those fucking moose.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, that's a lot of moose.
So when I went home in November for a week for my brother's birthday, I went to see my friend Maddie, and she lives pretty.
But yes.
She lives kind of far from my mom, not too far, but it's like you gotta go through town and shit to get to her house. And I stayed there till like 11 o'clock, so it was pretty dark. And I'm going back down her road, which is just curves after curves, like after curves, okay? And all of a sudden I see antlers, and I'm like, no, please don't. And it's this like baby buck, like he's only like a yearling, maybe 2 years old, right?
Mhm.
But
He only got a pointer too.
yeah, like literally just like the beginnings of an antler, right?
Yeah.
And he's just standing in the road staring at my car, and I'm like, honk honk, like, trying to, like,
Honk honk, motherfucker.
and he just kind of does this little like side step, and then he does the side step back, and I'm like, are you playing games with me?
Motherfucker, I will shit you.
So I like, so like this is where he is, and my car is like right over here.
I
So
knew
it's like
Bambi was playful, but
right, and he's like a good 40 feet in front of me, and I'm like, I'm gonna just scoot towards you, I guess.
Yeah.
And I scoot towards him, and he takes a step towards me, and I'm like,
you're on a showdown now.
I'm like, excuse me, I'm trying to get home. It's late. And so he finally wanders off, and I'm on the road to my mom's house, which it's like a main road in Casey County, but it's really, I mean, it's not at the same time.
How do they spell it? With a K or with a C?
Casey.
A
County.
C.
CASEY?
Yeah.
Whoa. I did not expect that. I was going to be like, obviously it's a fucking K.
No.
It's a
And
C.
so I'm on 501, which is the main road. And I see more antlers. Except it's a buck and 3 does in the middle of the road.
Oh, you knew they were getting it on.
Yeah,
They were.
probably.
Yeah. They were
And
getting
so I
it.
slowed down to a stop again, and I went, beep, beep. Like, I just, come on.
Yeah. Move
And
it.
the doe,
I like to
the
move it, move
girls,
it.
like the 3 does, they get out of the way. But the buck is staring at me, and I'm like, I'm not about to do this again.
Yeah.
And so instead of waiting for him, I went around, and he just stared at me the whole time I was going by. I was like, are you?
You ever seen Open Season?
Yes.
That buck in there.
Yeah.
That's who it reminds me
Yeah.
of. He's just like, oh, hey, fellas.
What you doing?
What you doing? Oh, hey, fellas. You see you there.
Yeah, like he just stared me down, and I was like, whatever. Don't hit my mom's car. That's all I ask. Like,
Right.
it's not my car. So.
Protect the car.
Starts running at you.
Just full as fuck
There,
it.
there was one time I was in the back of my cousin Aubrey's Neon, and her boyfriend was in the front, and then she was driving, and we were leaving his mom's house, I believe, or something like that, which it was kind of far from her house, and there's like this literal gaggle of deer. Like, there's like 15 of them, and I've never seen that big of like a herd of deer before.
Fucking gaggle.
Gaggle.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking gill.
Yeah.
And so she's like, do I slow down? Do I speed up? Do I slow down? And Canyon goes, speed up. And she was like, okay, and speeds up. And I look over into the window. So I'm on the right side of the car, and I look over to the
Passenger side?
Yeah, passenger side. And I look over to the driver's side, and I see the nose's deer hit the window and slide.
The
because
deer's
that's
nose?
Yeah, the deer's nose hit the window and slid, and I was just like, I think you broke its nose. And she goes, I don't care. And I was like, all right.
Fuck.
If animal lives don't matter, none do.
No.
Okay? Can we just get there? Animal lives matter.
Fuck a zoo.
Fuck
You know?
a zoo.
Harambe was forced.
You know?
I'm just saying.
If you put a kid in a fucking
Fuck
caged
SeaWorld, by the way.
animals
SeaWorld, you
fucking
can kiss my
habitat,
ass.
they're gonna fucking kill them.
Fuck animal captivity.
Fuck
But
anyone that hurts
Rachel,
animals.
we're getting towards the end of the show.
I know, I'm so
I know.
sad.
But I need you to give me a TV show you couldn't put down. One that was just a really juicy TV show that you just love to watch.
I really like. How about you don't cough?
Hey,
I would suggest probably British baking show. It's a really good show.
British baking
Well,
show.
it's actually Britain's Great Baking Show.
Okay.
It is, listen, drama, beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
Great decorations on everything that they make, and so much crying. I love it.
the Brits get fucking angry.
Yeah. It has.
The Brits get
I
angry.
don't know if you know who it is, but Paul Hollywood. He's a judge on there, and he's like,
Hollywood.
yeah,
Hollywood.
yeah.
What's that from?
That's from fucking Grown Ups.
Yeah, grown ups.
Hey, yo, Hollywood.
Yeah. So I would either suggest that, or I would suggest Grey's Anatomy. I've always loved Grey's Anatomy.
That's a
so
good one.
That's a
Good
really
things.
There's like
yeah.
47 seasons.
14, I believe.
Yeah.
16.
Okay, and then I need a movie you couldn't put down.
Suddenly I forgot all movies.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Probably Beetlejuice. That's my number one movie.
Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice. Or Big Fish. I love Big
You got a
Fish.
Beetlejuice tattoo,
I
correct?
do have a Beetlejuice tattoo.
Is that what the little hand is with
Yep,
eyes?
he's on the back of my leg. You can't see him right
Yeah.
now, but I would show you if I could.
Well, thanks for coming on, Rachel.
Yeah,
Thanks
of
for sharing your
course.
stories and having fun. And I hope Kentucky is fun. I
I'll-
hope it
I'll
brings
update you
back
guys.
joy.
I'll
You're gonna have
take
to
plenty of
FaceTime me
pictures.
because now baby chicks and mom
And mom,
you are in
right?
Kentucky.
Exactly.
So we
I'll
gotta-
make sure to send you guys plenty of pictures
Oh, yeah.
and always let you guys know what's going on, because you guys have always been family to me. So.
Hell yeah. Keep contact.
Woo!
Hell yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody in the booth helping
Thanks,
us get it
guys.
going. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.